Introduction to Environmental Science, its awareness and sustainability. Here, chapter 1, our changing environment. हमारा जो परिवेश है वो कैसे परिवर्तन लाता है with the effect of our human activities. This will discuss an example of a building using green architecture, integrating wind turbine, photovoltaic panels and solar hot water generators. So here you can see this building is having a good architectures which is very sustainable to environment. It has wind turbines for electricity, photovoltaic panels, solar hot water generations, all those things are there. So with this we can construct a building that is very sustainable with environment. ये जो बिल्डिंग है ये ऐसा एक बिल्डिंग है ये एनवायरनमेंट के लिए बहुत एनवायरनमेंट फ्रेंडली है. ओके, देन आवर मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू cycle the proper cycling of all the materials of the environment. If it is not flowing properly, then it will accumulate somewhere and becomes toxic. If carbon dioxide gets accumulated any point at any area, it will become toxic. See, carbon dioxide is also required for plants, but if it is excess, then it will cause harm. So here our objective is to define environmental science and explain why environmental sustainability is an important concern of environmental science. Important concern of environmental science, we will discuss that how the different aspects for environmental sustainability is developed. Okay, so next, what is sustainability? Sustainability मतलब क्या है? Environmental sustainability is the ability of the environment to function indefinitely without going into a decline from the stresses imposed by human society on natural systems like soil, water, air that maintain lives. See, the environment has so many parts like soil, water, air. All these parts will function indefinitely. Suppose we have a source of water. If we utilize it improperly, then at a time will come that we will not able to utilize it. हम उसको यूज में नहीं ला सकते क्योंकि that will be very polluted. So environmental sustainability teaches us how we can work friendly with environment, where the sustainability, the ability of the different parts, different factors of the environment is to function indefinitely. That is the main purpose of environmental sustainability. Humans are currently using non-renewable resources like petrol, diesel, coals. These are non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are those resources which cannot be renewed in short period of time. It will take millions of years to again deposit, again gets renovated. So these are called non-renewable resources. So it is very difficult to replenish. ये फिर से हमको नहीं मिल सकता. So here what? Experiencing uncontrollable population growth is also a problem in environment sustainability. Then environmental science, the interdisciplinary study of humanity. What is environmental science? Now, the interdisciplinary study of humanity, relationship with other organisms, and the non-living physical environment is the science of environment. So it is called environmental science. So ये क्या है ना, हमारा मानव और अनेक लिविंग नॉन लिविंग जीव और निर्जीव उनके बीच में जो रिलेशनशिप है, उनके बीच में जो इंटरेक्शन है, उसको पढ़ना ही एनवायरमेंटल साइंस है. यहाँ पर इन चित्र में यू कैन वॉच फ्रॉम हियर दैट this this human being is dependent with fish. Fish is dependent with other small fishes. So like this, some dependencies are there, some interactions are there. So the study of environment is to know how different living and non-living creatures are interacting with each other. Drawing a bridge of informations. Here we have different science like biology, chemistry, atmospheric science, oceanographic, geology. All environmental science includes all these topics: ecology, biology, ethics, economics, engineering, political science, history, sociology. All these things are included. And also here it medicine, how medicine affects environment, sociology, so many science are there. So it is a bridge of informations. It's a bridge of informations. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? See, so many news channels are saying different coverages about the environmental issues, like uh, legislators are now expected to have sophisticated platforms on a variety of environmental issues. Virtually every profession has input in environmental politics, policies, ethics, and management. Americans remain under-equipped to deal with environmental information because of poor training in science. See, all developed countries and developing countries are now it is in major problem of having environmental issues. दे वो लोग के पास बहुत सारा ऐसे इशू आ रहा है, जैसे कि न्यूज़ में आ रहा है. ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर कमिंग. Where worry about warming? See, when the level of the sea will be raised, lot of problem will come, because if the temperature is increased, then the ice, the polar ice will start melting, and the water will automatically come to the sea, and it will increase the level of the sea, and at last the sea will come and cross the land. So it's a problem. Next is, see, one more news you can see: Bush climate change conference has doubters. Recently you can see that climate change, okay, President Bush has invited 15 countries to a 2-day conference on global climate change, but the meeting is being greeted with some skepticisms. They are just doing meeting and eating, nothing else, no any major activities they are performing to solve the environmental issues. Only doing meeting cannot solve the problems of environmental issues. Pipeline spills crude into French nature reserves. See, we have pipelines. If the pipelines for the fuel or the oil gets leaked, so what will happen? The oil will come to the natural resources. It will damage the natural resources. If it will enter to the water sources, it will damage the fish water ecosystem. So it's a great problem. This is a real ecological disaster. Junior Environmental Minister Chantal Junot told reporters after visiting the area in the far south of France. Next, study pollution causing cancer in animals, because cancer is due to the biological magnifications of so many toxic materials which cannot be digested in our body. So it will get deposited in our body and finally leads to cancer. Overview and environmental science. What are the problems? What are the basic problems? The challenges are, regardless of your reasons for taking this, so many within this course, you know, not only the lot of our science, you will learn about the complex issues facing our environment. So many problems. What do you hope to get about this class? See, resources are so many resources are there, so many people are there to utilize that resources. Okay, thousands of years to reach 1 billion, 130 years to reach 2 billion. So this is a graph. World population growth here. Okay, world population growth is very hugely increasing here. Population is science involved with environmental science. Sciences involved in so many sciences are involved in environmental science. Environment through time. Hunter gatherers, collecting and scavenging. Agricultural revolutions, industrial revolutions, energy shift, factories, quality of life improved. See, earlier this was happening. At the middle of the age, agricultural revolution happened. Nowadays, industrial revolutions. So all these revolutions leads to environmental decay, environmental problems. Environmental problems are resource depletions, air, water pollutions, biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances are getting deposited in the soil, loss of biodiversity, natural resources are losing their biodiversity. In the sense, biodiversity means विभिन्नता में जो different kinds of animals, different kinds of plants, this is called biodiversity, but we are losing it because so many species are getting extinct. Resource depletions, renewable and non-renewable sources. Renewable sources, energy from sun, metals, such all those things are there. We can discuss it. The tragedy of the common short terms vs long term society welfare. So you can see here, sheeps are there. Here sheeps are there. Here more space is there, but here very less space is there. So the tragedy, these ships are in tragedy. These ships are not in tragedy because they are having some space, but they don't have space. Okay. Supply and demand. Greater demand, limited supply. Greater demand, limited supply. More worth, well supply decreases than what? Cost and benefits, risk assessments. All these things we need to do that. World oil productions is gradually reducing, and cost per barrel is increasing per dollars as per dollar. So all these things. The ecological footprint is a measure of how much a person consumes expressed in area of land. It's called ecological footprint. It is a very important term. We should know it, that a measure of how much a person consumes expressed in area of land. It is expressed in the area of land. ये कितना एक आदमी कितना एरिया कैप्चर कर सकता है, कंज्यूम कर सकता है, उसके हिसाब से उसको हम इकोलॉजिकल फुटप्रिंट बोलते हैं. कितना कंज्यूम करता है. ओके. नाउ see, if you take this ecological footprint, this is the footprint. Okay, so footprint of global populations if fall had average US lifestyles 1 2 3 4 5. If all the people will start live like the people living in US, then it will consume 1 2 3 4 5 earth planets will be consumed if the lifestyles of the US is followed by all. Present day footprint of global population if all had average US lifestyle. Okay, so thank you a lot for it.